Hello, this is Titanosaurus Productions, and welcome to my review of the Lego Aquazone set known as the Crystal Crawler. I believe this retailed for, I have no idea how much this retailed for, but you can bet nowadays it probably would have retailed for like $15 or something. Not with this though. This is actually very special thing right here. So let's actually take a look at that. We'll take a look at that last, since it doesn't necessarily come with all versions of the set. More on that later. But right here is the Crystal Crawler, which we'll take a look at very soon once we look at our minifigure, which is an Aquazone diver. Very nice, lots of great pieces, especially those chrome daggers. I love those. I think it's the first time I've ever got them. Here's the minifigure. Got a nice face print there. But it's a really nice minifigure, and Aquazone is just such like a great line of sets. I think it's very underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it that much, and I think we really need to get on that, because there's a load of great Aquazone sets out there. And yeah, I discovered this set I discovered it online because I wanted to know more about Aquazone sets, and I actually saw that this one was available. I actually bought all of the stuff that you've seen so far for $20 at like a store that sells like old Lego, or just like retired Lego and new Lego, but it's like, you're gonna go there for the used sets. And let's take a look at the build of this set, which is the Crystal Crawler. Here it is. It moves, it rolls back and forth. Of course, it does tend to lean to this side. I think it might because of like the wheel there. Like, I think the other side might have like more mass or something. But it rolls really nice. It's got a nice, so that obviously works well. These things spin around on each side. We've got fins on the back of the Crystal Crawler here, which I'll put on the minifigure so you can see what that looks like. There we go. There's the flippers. But honestly, this line is just like I think this was really like Lego's first original theme. Like, they had space and castle and pirates, but like this was something you have to like come up with. This is something very different. They never really had a theme like this before. It's weird because it's like a vehicle right here that's like, I mean, look at it. It doesn't look like your average like submersible vehicle, it's like, it's got wheels, but these things turn up and down right here. These, whatever, they can go like this, so I guess it can sort of like float that way, and then I guess it can go down like this. And I don't know, it's pretty weird. I don't know what these parts here on either side are for, but they exist. And just like everything else here, we got some nice chrome arrows. If we open up the inside, you can see this little control panel, which I think looks really nice. It's on the side, which is something you don't see too much nowadays, but it does not look bad by any means. If we put the minifigure in here, they fit in very nice and snug. But yeah, I love that piece that represents like the glass. Very geometric. And now we have one last feature of this set, which is these like claws with these old pieces that represent like the posable, what do you call these, arms? I mean, they were used for different things, but I'd say they were mostly used for arms. Okay, there we go. They're really hard to get on, but overall, they're pretty fun to play around with, especially if you're a kid And then we have these claws here. I'm pretty sure these ones are on, this one's on wonky or something. There, they open up like all the way, and then they close. They can grab stuff, I guess. But that's the main build of the set. You know, pretty nice overall. But with that aside, I think it's time that we take a look at the side piece of this set, I guess. The bush. I really wish they had something more, but, you know, this is all they have. I mean, it's fine. It doesn't make this a bad set, but it really could have been better. They could have had no stuff at all, so I'm glad they at least include this bush, but really, they could have included, like, some sort of, like, blue pieces or something, so, like, to represent, like, rock, or maybe they could have made the bush, like, bright orange, because I know they have pieces like that. Or they could have just included, like, some of the crystals. And that's the whole point of Aquazone, mining for the crystals. But, you know, there was a version of this set that had something a bit more interesting. It's this big base plate here that represents the ground of the, like, the ocean floor. It's really cool, actually. You wouldn't believe it, but it is actually Lego. It doesn't say the logo on it or anything, but I guarantee it is Lego. And the thing does, the crystal crawler, of course, I think the name really makes sense here because it's crawling on the crystals, and I think it works pretty nicely. You know, it's bumpy, but like that's kind of what the vehicle is made for, that all-terrain like stuff there. But anyway, you can see my hidden side sets back there, and my Lego train that I've had for like a decade now. Wow, a decade! That is a long time. But yeah, it's pretty neat. The bottom looks like this, and you know, it's actually like a very hard plastic. This isn't like a soft plastic you like push down and then it pops back up. It's very hard, and that's a good thing. It feels like Lego that way. But overall, I think that's gonna be it for this review. If you're looking for a Lego Aquazone set, I recommend you go for this one. And if you're feeling, I don't know, adventurous or whatever, you can get it with this base plate. I don't know how much it's sold right now, how much this sells for, but I mean, it's a nice set, and if you want that base plate, I think it works well for playability and displayability. I don't really know what to rate it. It's just a good Lego set. And that's all I've got for this video. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.